Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Well, if you listen to any of the recordings, you know we did some recording information on the in-laws and the laws and the families uh, interfering in the relationship. Let's just talk about fake relationships, fake relationships that's built on a one-sided playing ground, meaning that there is really no commitment. You find that some of these people are dating when they're married, and they're claiming that they're single when they're married. They take their rings off when they travel and things like that. If anyone wants to know how you can recognize a fake relationship, you can recognize it by those areas that I just brought up. People travel, and what we don't know is a lot of times when people are traveling, they change. The other thing is whenever your spouse, if you're married, comes home from work, even if they're working in town, and they're always blaming you for everything. A lot of people talk about narcissistic moves and narcissistic personalities, but these people just haven't had a taste of understanding that their fake reality is not going to go over with you. For instance, if you got married and you are in a relationship with a person, there's a commitment that's supposed to be there. However you created your commitment, that's what it should be until you negotiate something different or you change the commitment. Meaning that most relationships in traditional marriages are heterosexual, and they are one-on-one. They are not 2, 3, and 4 other people involved without the spouse knowing. A way to get around the hurt feelings in that is identifying and not overlooking the actions of the person that you're married to. When you identify with things that you know are off course, you can save yourself a lot of hurt and pain. Another thing is that spiritually you discern things. You can't just blame people and say, oh, you're having an affair. You do have to wait and get the information that you need, but you can know when people are not on the up and up. I was laughing at myself when I said spotting a fake relationship, because I'm not laughing at people that are going through anything. It's just like people expect their mates to be, in a monogamous relationship. We really do, or they do. And what we need to understand is that human nature is a part of an animalistic instinct within man and woman, and that instinct will come out if it's not disciplined. And that's where spirituality comes in. If you know that you have a problem with being monogamous, you want to practice some type of spiritual daily practice, meditation, praying for yourself, and that's what's going to help you. But to those that have been going through those situations with, a spouse that is not monogamous, and you know it or you didn't know it, your prayers will show you and tell you things if you really tap in. And that's not to say that everyone is in what I posted on Facebook as a fake relationship. And I'm saying these things because it's time for people to really get into the place where they want to be. If you want to be single, why hold up somebody else's life? If you want to be out and about with others, then release that person that you've been with. Don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? Just release them, because it's not fair. I hear a lot of people when, I'm working with individuals on, these issues, saying it's not fair. Well, I tell them it may not be fair, but you acted like you didn't know this about it. It's, about the person. And it's always something that will give you an idea that something is wrong in the relationship, even if it's not another person, but the person is just very self-centered and stubborn, and things have to be their way. It's always a cue, even before you get married to the person, that they're not going to be in a balanced relationship with you. I mean, it's just so many things we could talk about, but I wanted to come on because I had been doing these posts, and I did the recording on the in-laws, and in-laws are generally, a lot of times you can see within the family things that are going on with the spouse, but we overlook it. Our children and those that we marry cannot change without us identifying that there's a problem. There's never a marriage that goes unscathed with some type of situation where it's going to be on the threshold of breaking down. I think the art of marriage and relationship, the art of them surviving, is working on it. You see, I'm not just here to joke and laugh. I'm saying the art of a relationship and a marriage and our family sustaining hardships is working at it, being mature enough to work on the relationship. And so I'll probably come on, again, the fakeness, it will fall away once we admit that, I got a problem somewhere. I got a problem with budgeting. I got a problem or a sexual addiction. I need to see or feel like I want to be with more than one person. And generally that has to do with confidence, because other people always build up your confidence or, in that instance. So we could go on and talk about this, but a fake relationship can turn into an authentic relationship when the two parties really look at each other and say, we're either going to work through this or we're going to work our way out of it. And we're going to have a diplomatic relationship and no animosity. You do what you feel is best for you, and I do what I feel is best for me. Now, I'm going to leave a disclaimer because I'm not telling anyone to leave anyone. I'm just simply saying it's, food for thought. How do you protect yourself, and how do you really get to a committed relationship? Or how do you find that you really don't do well with commitment? Because there's a lot of people that don't want to be honest, and they're not committable because they are afraid of being in one relationship. They need more because it might just be the way that they are, or they need more people building them up because they have insecurities. They can't build themselves up. So anyway, we'll talk later. You can email me at ifwbuilders@gmail.com if you need sessions. We have a leadership program. It's weekly. 4 weeks is $25. You get information on leadership and how to build up your business. And then we also have a moon class where we are learning about our emotions. So blessings, and have a wonderful, wonderful day, evening, wherever you are in the world.